Cool. All right, so we'll go ahead and get rolling. I am going to do a countdown to begin the playlist. As everyone kind of found that on my Spotify, Isabel Allen Yoga, July 2020 is what we're working with today. However, honestly, I think June 2020 would probably work too if you really like that one and just want to pop back for that. You're welcome to do that too. But we'll do a countdown to press play, and then you can make your way to your mat. The first track is a silent track, so you don't have to worry about getting back up and hitting play partway through. So go ahead, we'll find, all of us can pull up our Spotify. All right, you ready? We'll go 3, 2, 1, and then play. So 3, 2, everyone looks so serious, 1, play. Okay. Go ahead and make your way to your mat. It is so unsatisfying to press play on a silent track because nothing happens, but we'll start lying on our backs today. My cat is in the room, so there might be an appearance by the doctor himself. All right. So as you're working your way onto your back today, I want you to take a moment to make sure that you are comfortable, like absolutely comfortable. And if lying on your back doesn't make you feel comfortable, then find another shape that does, right? My number one priority for you for today, and I would say even beyond today's class, is to make sure that you are taking care of yourself whenever you have the opportunity. We talked about this a lot last week, that there is so much to fight for in the world right now, but we can't step into that battle if we aren't steady and grounded and connected to ourselves, right? So let's let that practice begin from the very first moments here. So we don't have to waste any time doing things that don't feel good, waste any of these precious moments of our lives on something that doesn't serve us. We begin right away by stepping into that place of intuition and trust of what we need based on what feels good. So before we even begin, let's together take a really long breath in through the nose. And then a nice long breath out through the nose, right? Sort of cultivating that relationship with the breath already. Inhale here, fill up the lungs. And then exhale here, empty them out. All right, feel it like an indulgence. So we breathe in and feel the ribs separate. And we breathe out and we gently knit them back together. And maybe one more time, just like that, big breath in. Where can we create a little bit of space from the inside out? And then a full breath out here. And then a cleansing breath together. We inhale. And then open the mouth and sigh out that breath. And then can we let the bones get a little heavier as we settle into that cultivated breath in and breath out. Right, inhale through the nose. And exhale through the nose. Whoops. A full breath in. And a nice long breath out. So my offering for today is to let this be simple, to let it be a practice of prioritizing what we are doing, where we are right now. This is kind of like the base lesson of yoga to me, to show up where you already are. And over the course of my life, I'm sure in the same way that all of you have, I've had these on your birthday, you kind of reflect a little bit about like how the last year has been and everything that you've done, and maybe even looking forward to, like what you hope to accomplish in the future. And I used to always make these really specific lists of things that I wanted to accomplish in the next year. And they'd be, maybe traditionally like diet related, like maybe lose a couple pounds in some past years of my life, or maybe I want to travel a little bit more. One year I set out to run a half marathon, or, like cook something new every single week. And so every year I'd check back in on my birthday and I'd be like, oh, what did I accomplish? And what I found over the course of a few years was that I was more focused, on what I didn't get done than what I actually had accomplished. I started putting so much emphasis on what I thought I would get done or what I felt I should have gotten done, rather than showing up where I was and like appreciating what I had in the moment. Hindsight's always 20/20, right? But our mats allow us this opportunity to step out of that, to let go of what has happened in the past, or to let go of where we're trying to get to, because the magic happens where we are. The magic happens right here, right now. The work that we put in right here directly affects the way we will be able to show up everywhere else. And I know I hammered that in last week. But remember that this practice is more than just moving our bodies. But we've got to start somewhere, right? So start to invite a little bit of movement in. Feel your fingers and your toes. But since we're not just practicing the movement as we wiggle the fingers and the toes, can we also notice where our mindset is, right? Where we're putting our attention? Can we allow all of our focus to go into the simple things here so that we get better at putting our focus on everything that we do? And now go ahead and reach your arms up overhead and just be this nice good morning stretch, or in this situation for Noah, a nice good afternoon stretch, yeah? You might sigh out the breath, wiggle the shoulder blades a little further underneath you. And then go ahead and take your right hand and grab your left wrist, pulling that arm up and over, creating a little banana shape on the mat by crossing the left ankle over the right. And we breathe into that left side body and see what we can discover. And we breathe out with all of our attention on where we are. Let's take one more breath in on this side. What can we learn? What can we discover? And as you breathe out, release back to center. Let the bones get heavy. Pause. Arms in a goalpost position. Legs long. Thigh bones specifically heavy here. We breathe in. And we breathe out. And now reach those arms long, extend beyond the fingertips, and we'll take side two. Left hand grabs right wrist, right ankle crosses over left, and we pull a little length into that right side body. We breathe in through the nose. Where can we find some softening on the breath out? How about one more like that? Big breath in. Gently release to center as you breathe out. Create those goalpost arms. So 90 degrees at the elbows. But reach into the elbows, right? As if they could be an extension of your sternum. And then knit those low ribs in. Plant your left foot on the mat. Plant your right foot on the mat. Scoop your tail underneath you so the low back gets a little closer to the ground. And then all we're going to do here is hover just the left foot off the mat. And notice how your body shifts or adjusts, right? I notice my knees kind of moving to the left side, but can we draw them back to center using our abs? We take a breath in here. Left foot to the mat. I know this is simple. Stick with me. Breathe out. Can we lift just the right foot now, drawing all of our attention to what we are doing, even if it feels simple, even if we are anticipating what's coming next? We take a big breath in. Right foot to the mat. Breathe out. Take a full inhale through the nose, please. Exhale through the nose, knit the low ribs and low back to the mat. And now hover both feet off the ground. Flex the toes up towards the knees and feel the warmth beginning to build in the abdomen, right? I know this might not technically be a yoga pose, but can we approach it with that yogic mindset? That where we are is where we need to be. Now, shins parallel to the mat, knees stack over hips. Take a big breath in through the nose. And a full breath out. And now heels to the ceiling, legs up the wall, press down through the backs of the upper arms. Give yourself a full breath in. Left leg lowers to a hover as you breathe out. Holding here, inhale. And stick with me on that breath out. Can we get curious about the core as we breathe and lift that left leg up to meet the right? So nice. Exhale, right leg lowers to a hover, and we pause for our breath in. Hold for that breath out. It's right leg up to meet left. Inhale. This time we lower both legs to a hover. Again, we've got the chest open, so this is a little more challenging than hands down by the sides. And we pause where we feel comfortable, knowing that more is not more. Feeling the stability that comes in the effort here. We breathe in. And we breathe out. Nice. Legs up the wall. Inhale, hands behind the thighs, bend the knees. And now two options, right? You can either rock and roll up and down the spine, or you're welcome to roll off to one side. But we're going to work our way all the way into a tabletop position. So we'll come to hands and knees, shoulders over wrists-ish, and the hips over the knees-ish. Yeah. And then spread the fingers really wide. And for today, we'll go ahead and take those hands and walk them just a little bit further forward so that the hands are actually in front of the shoulders. And this allows us to press into something. Puff through the upper back as you breathe in. Press down to the tops of the ankles as you breathe out. Now, cow pose. Inhale, dip the belly, lift the chest. Cat pose. Exhale, round that spine, pull chin to chest here. Breathe in for cow pose one more time. What can you learn along the way? And breathe out cat pose. We round through the back body. And now inhale for your tabletop position. Listen, child's pose on your exhale, knees wide, big toes touch. Walk the arms long in front of the body. And I'm going to invite you here to begin this process, if you haven't already, of looking for each moment as an opportunity. Not just to get through it, not even to accomplish something, right? But to use it as a lesson. It's not just every person that we come into contact with over the course of our lives that can teach us something. It's every moment. And the person that is with us every moment of every day is ourselves, which means cultivating this relationship internally allows us to better show up externally. Go ahead and walk your fingertips a little further out in front of you as you breathe in. Walk them over to the upper left side of your mat. Breathe out a little side body stretch. Nice. We'll inhale through the nose just here. Exhale through the nose. What can you learn? Inhale, hands walk up through center. Exhale, hands work their way over to the right side. We breathe in to create a little space between the ribs. And we breathe out to soften. Inhale, hands walk to center, nice and long through the side bodies. Create spiders with your fingers. Exhale, anchor through the palms and roll your way up to your tabletop position. Nice, let's find downward dog on the breath out and then start to work it out. Pedal the legs out. Bend one knee and then the other. Rock your hips from side to side and find this downward dog as an invitation for exploration, right? So don't look for that downward dog that you always find. In fact, today especially, I'm going to ask you to try some new stuff out to see what you can learn along the way. All right, my mentality about yoga is kind of a greater mentality about how we live our lives. And I think we have to approach living as an active practice instead of just getting by, like living for the weekend or that thing called vacation that we all used to be able to do. It's about living moment to moment. And even when things are tough, maybe especially when things are tough, that's when it's important, right? That's when we put the extra work in. That's when we show up and trust that we are doing enough if we're paying attention. Now in our downward dog, we're going to pause and we're going to settle. We'll take a breath in here, roll the body forward, high plank. So body like a wave, try to round through the upper body as you bring the shoulders over the wrists. Now pause here and breathe out. Take a big breath in, press through the palms. Down dog, let the low belly be the guide here. This sort of rolling action, inhale, high plank pose, rock it forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. What can you learn? 2 more, breathe in, high plank. And breathe out, downward facing dog. Inhale for our high plank pose. Listen, exhale, lower all the way to the mat, maybe finding your knees along the way. Baby cobra, breathe in, light in the hands, lift through the chest. Exhale, release it down. Tabletop breath in. And child's pose, breath out. 3 rounds of breath. Inhale, what can you learn in stillness? Exhale, what are you settling into here? Full breath in, right? The learning is always happening if you choose to accept it, and full breath out. 1 more inhale right here, like it's the best thing on earth. And a full breath out. Inhale for your tabletop position, and downward dog is your breath out. Building the breath here, we roll forward, high plank pose. Exhale, lower all the way down. Breathe in, baby cobra, lift the chest strong in those glutes, please. Exhale, release the chest down. Tabletop is your breath in. Child's pose, breath out, but listen right away. Inhale, tabletop position. Exhale, downward facing dog. 1 more time like that. High plank, we breathe in, roll forward. Breathe out, lower all the way down. This time, medium cobra. Inhale, maybe a little weight in the hands. Exhale, chest lowers to the mat. Tabletop position, breath in, child's pose, breath out. Tabletop, breathe it in. Down dog, breathe it out and pause. And again, that invitation, that opportunity to work it out just a little bit, to see what's showing up for you today, not yesterday, not what you wanted. Listen, this class is yours. This time is yours, and you always have the opportunity to do what it is that you want. So if downward dog's not working today, don't waste your time. If you're not really into cobra and you'd rather do an up dog or a chin stand or something like that, like do that instead. This is our practice of how we want to live our lives. So stop sacrificing what it is you need in an effort to make someone else comfortable. That same mentality is what allows us to show up for what we believe in, to connect to our core values and to better serve the world. So this is not just a downward facing dog. This is not just a yoga class. This is your life. Take a full breath in. How do you want to live it? Open mouth, exhale, sigh out what's holding you back here. So nice. Let's inhale, lift high on the toes. Exhale, bend your knees and look at your hands, and then just walk your feet forward, forward fold. There's no rush. As we arrive, feet are about hip width apart. Then take a little bend in the knees and just kind of roll yourself forward and back, right? Connecting with the soles of the feet. Yeah. Crown of the head heavy. We breathe in. Soft jaw, breathe out. Inhale, roll your way to standing. Press through the heels as you reach those arms high to the sky. And then exhale, hands to heart center. Same exercise, eyes closed, or maybe your gaze is down. Right, we rock forward, we rock back, we maybe rock from side to side, right? But this allows us to feel our feet beneath us, allows us to connect to that place of safety, of truth, of honesty, right? A fairly straightforward yoga pose that allows us to assess what is happening, not just with the physical body, but what's happening internally with the thoughts, the narrative, the judgment. Full breath in. Hands down by your sides, breathe out. Inhale, arms sweep up, maybe even gaze at the fingers for a little back bend, and exhale, forward fold, bent knees, flat spine. Halfway lift is your breath in, listen up. Exhale, hands plant. Right foot only steps back. And then inhale, take that left arm high to the sky for a simple twist. Exhale, can you scoop your right rib cage a little further underneath you? We breathe in to lift the back of the right thigh a little higher. And then exhale, left hand down, right knee down. Inhale, Anjaneyasana, arms sweep to the sky. Right, and right away, you might kind of feel out the body, right, what you're dealing with here. I like to pull back a little, scoop my seat underneath me to knit the low ribs. And then as I widen the left knee, settle the hips forward. And with all that stability, arms reach up. We take a full breath in again, maybe even gazing up for that little back bend. And as you exhale, it's half splits, hands release down, left leg straightens ish. 2 rounds of breath. Inhale, can you open the heart? Exhale, can you soften the shoulders down and back? Inhale for low lunge. We're going to crawl it forward, pop the right knee off the mat, and exhale, zip through the low belly. We take a breath in for 3-legged dog, left heel to the sky here, and then exhale, let your right heel get heavy. Think about wrapping your outer left hip towards your inner right thigh. A breath in here allows the spine to grow a little longer. And as you breathe out, it's left knee to right elbow, cross it up. A full inhale to hold, to practice patience. A full breath out to cultivate that stability, that resilience. Inhale, scorpion dog. Feel the left knee up and open. And exhale, we gently step through low lunge. Now listen, cow lunge. Inhale, lift the chest. Cat lunge, exhale, round that spine. One more time, cow lunge. We breathe in through the nose. Wide-legged fold on your breath out. Quarter turn to the right side, feet parallel-ish. Bent knees, crown of the head heavy. Soft jaw, soft breath. Inhale through the nose. Exhale just here. Let's take another big breath in through the nose. Paying attention to the lessons offering themselves on the breath out. And then we'll inhale for that wide-legged halfway lift. Now listen, point your right toes out about 45 degrees and just walk the hands towards the right foot as you bend the right knee. Left toes can lift towards the ceiling for your skandasana or your version of skandasana, right? It doesn't matter what it looks like. Try to ground through your right heel as you widen the right knee, and then option to fly the arms wide. Hands might come to heart center. I personally like to bring my right hand down and take that left arm up for a little heart opener as you breathe in through the nose, trust your body. And then we breathe out just here. Inhale, crawl it forward, low lunge, listen up. Exhale, chaturanga, lower halfway or all the way. So now you choose, right? Upward facing dog, cobra of your choice, maybe a locust, again, any back bend that serves you, and then down dog is your breath out. Together we breathe in through the nose. And together we breathe out. Now inhale, lift high on those toes. Exhale, bend your knees, look at your hands, step or hop it, forward fold. Halfway lift is your inhale, and we pause here. Pause here to notice the in-between moments, right? So often in pose, we just blow by here, but I want you to drive through your heels. Think about the outer thighs widening into that imaginary resistance band, and then even your sits bones, right? Those bony points on your butt cheeks, gently drawing away from each other. So we cultivate the stability from our base, and then we'll inhale, reach the arms up for chair pose, Utkatasana. And then we'll exhale, sit a little deeper. Big breath in through the nose. Exhale, lean and fly. Mountain pose, arms sweep all the way up, right away, swan dive forward. So keep the core strong as you bow the body forward. Halfway lift is your inhale. Hands plant, left foot only steps back. We pause here, plant the left hand. Inhale, take the right arm high to the sky for your simple twist. Right, think about pulling that outer right hip inward, zipping the inner thighs, and then we inhale to lift a little higher. Exhale, right hand down, left knee down. Breath in, Anjaneyasana, right? And same story, take your time on this side. Draw it back, scoop the seat, zip the core, and then hips descend towards the right heel as you widen that right knee. And with all that strength, we've got so much room to grow. Right, when we ground ourselves in the present moment, we have unlimited potential to learn every second of that experience. So take a full inhale through the nose and exhale, half splits, nice and simple. Hands down, right leg straightens-ish. 2 breaths, inhale. Let it be okay right here, breath out. A full inhale through the nose. And a nice long breath out here. We'll inhale, crawl it forward, low lunge, pop the right knee off the mat. Exhale, knit the low ribs, and breath in for your 3-legged dog, right heel high. Right now, left heel gets heavy. Try to wrap the outer right hip down and in. We'll breathe in through the nose. Exhale is right knee to left elbow. Pausing here, breathe in. Soften the facial muscles as you breathe out. Now, scorpion dog, squeeze right heel to right glute. Exhale, low lunge, step through. Nice. Cow lunge is your breath in. And cat lunge, your breath out. Inhale, cow lunge. And then exhale, quarter turn to your left, wide-legged fold. Deep breath in. And deep breath out here. Nice, one more inhale through the nose. And one more exhale. Now let's take a big breath in, find our wide-legged halfway lift. Point this time your left toes out 45 degrees. We start to bend the left knee as we widen it, Skandasana, right? Breathe in here. And breathe out here, find your variation. So hands might come to heart, arms might reach wide or high, right? Option for that little heart opener as you inhale, expand, expand, expand. And then exhale, crawl it forward, low lunge, top of your mat, hands frame your right foot. Take a big breath in through the nose. And as you exhale, it's chaturanga, lower halfway or all the way. Up dog or cobra, your inhale. Downward facing dog is your exhale here. Now together we breathe in. And together we breathe out. Inhale, high on your toes. Exhale, bend your knees, look at your hands, step, hop, or float it however you want to get there. And as you arrive, halfway lift, heart opens, hands to shins or to thighs. And then option to fly the arms out behind you, right? This self-sustaining torso that will keep you stable, hold you where you are. And as you hold this, right, notice how your mind automatically starts wanting to talk you out of it, telling you to do other things. And we have to check in to see if that's an opportunity to learn to recommit, an opportunity to dig a little bit deeper, or if we really need to be a little kinder to ourselves and pull back. Pay attention so the lessons can be used. One more breath in and one more breath out. Oh, it just gets better. Inhale, chair pose, please. Hands high. Seems like enough, right? Exhale, lean and fly. Mountain pose. We root to rise. Elbows wide, sigh out that breath. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, forward fold. We're going to pick up the pace here. Same moves. Halfway lift, a breath in. Hands plant. Right foot only steps back. Inhale, simple twist, left arm high. Exhale, left hand down, right knee down. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, half splits. Breathe in, low lunge, roll it forward. Pop the back knee up as you exhale, zip the core, and then 3-legged dog, left heel to the sky. Exhale is left knee to right elbow, keeping the shoulders even. Breathe in, scorpion dog. Breathe out, low lunge, step it through. Cow lunge and inhale. Cat lunge and an exhale. One more cow lunge on this side as you breathe in, and then wide-legged fold on your breath out. Listen. Inhale, wide-legged, halfway lift. Exhale, Skandasana, back of your mat. Inhale, crawl it forward, top of your mat, hands frame the left foot, and exhale, chaturanga, lower halfway or all the way. Up dog, cobra, locust as you inhale. And downward facing dog as your exhale. High on the toes, big breath in. Bend your knees, look at your hands, breathe out. Now halfway lift as your inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Mountain pose, arms sweep up here. And then swan dive forward, strong core as you bow it down. Side two, halfway lift your inhale. Hands plant, left foot only steps back. Inhale, right arm high, twist it open. Exhale, right hand down, left knee down. Breath in, Anjaneyasana. Breath out, half splits, Ardha Hanuman. Inhale, low lunge, crawl it forward, lift the left knee, and exhale, zip the core. Breathe in for your three-legged dog, right heel high. Exhale, right knee, left elbow, already squeezing right heel in. Now scorpion dog is your breath in. And we exhale, step through low lunge. Cow lunge is your inhale. Cat lunge, your exhale. Cow lunge, roll it forward, soften the forehead, please, and wide-legged fold as your breath out. Now, wide-legged halfway lift and inhale. Skandasana, left knee bends. Exhale, low lunge, top of the mat, breathe it in. Chaturanga or down dog on your breath out. Upward facing dog, cobra, locust, you inhale. Downward facing dog is your exhale, right? Big breath in, down dog. Nice long breath out. Inhale, lift high on your toes. Exhale, bend your knees, look at your hands. Bottom of that exhale is a step hopper float. So feet meet at the top of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale, arms might fly. Exhale, shift the weight into your heels, and we inhale up for chair pose, Utkatasana. Right now, right away here, let's take the right arm back and the left arm forward, adding a little twist. Inhale, back to chair pose, don't overthink it. Exhale, left arm back, let it feel good. Pay attention to the details. Breathe in, chair pose. Breathe out, lean in, fly. Mountain pose, arms sweep all the way up to elbows wide, sigh out the breath, let it go. Release your hands behind you and interlace your fingers or grab opposite forearms. Drive the knuckles down as you lift through the chest, a breath in. Now bend knees flat, spine forward, fold, breathe out, pausing. Inhale here. Soften the jaw, breath out. Inhale for a halfway lift with the bind. Exhale, hands release down, plant them. Step back, float back, high plank, chaturanga, or downward dog, right? So whatever you need, whatever serves your practice today. I mean, like this exact moment of today, right? So there's nothing to fit into. Don't fall for this old, outdated story that this practice has to look a certain way, that your practice has to look a certain way, or you have to have a certain body or storyline or history to fit into this. Let it work for you, right? Forget those outdated stories and customize this moment for yourself. No one else can live on your behalf. No one else can practice your downward facing dog for you. So how are you practicing it here? What are you cultivating in this moment? And what can you offer yourself? If you need a little space, need a little rest, take a big breath in through the nose and a long breath out. Let's bring that left heel high to the sky on our inhale. Nice job. Exhale, bend the left knee. And then breathe in, scorpion the dog, peel the knee up and open. Exhale, lift left knee to left elbow, roll it forward. Listen up, three-legged plank is your breath in. Chaturanga, lower just halfway on your breath out. Now three-legged dog, inhale through the nose. Exhale, left knee to right elbow, we cross it up, listen. Spiral your right heel down. Inhale, right arm to the sky, modified side plank. Now option to stay as you are. Option to bring the left knee down. Option to extend the left heel out in front of you. Full breath in, feel the heat start to build and trust it as you exhale, it's right hand down. Inhale, three-legged dog, left hand to the sky, and exhale, step through low lunge. Cow lunge is your breath in, lift the chest. Cat lunge, exhale, round the spine back, really nice. Inhale, cow lunge, roll it forward, expand the heart. Exhale, all the way to Skandasana, back of your mat. And right away, we breathe in to fly the arms wide and take a risk. Feel the stability, feel the shake. Ground through that right heel, and as you inhale, it's five-pointed star, body gets big. Exhale, warrior two, left knee bends, top of your mat. Feel it out, right? Take some time. Got plenty of time today. Widen that left knee. Feel the left glute light up. Drive down and away through the right heel, and then arms reach wide, right? Gazing over the left hand, our focus only on this exact moment in time. We inhale, reverse our warrior. Nice. Exhale, extended side angle, just feeling it out. Breathe in, reverse your warrior. Keep the bend in the knee, trust that leg. Exhale, hands tap to frame your left foot, top of the mat, find fingertips. Breathe in, standing splits, right heel lifts off the ground, and then pause and breathe. Keep a little bend in that left knee, and maybe even think about widening that left thigh for some support. Allow the right heel to lift only as high as it goes, right? We can't force our bodies into anything in particular. Yeah, take a full inhale through the nose. And as you exhale, it's right knee behind left, right? Inhale, right back up, standing split. See if you can move the work into your left glute. Exhale, Shiva squat, get low. This time, hands to heart as you breathe in through the nose. Hold here, breathe out, standing right knee raise, inhale right away, lift it up, up, up. Now we're not gonna do anything crazy, right? Hands drop down to heart. And then I want you to widen your right knee. I'm gonna turn so you can see what I'm doing. And but right knee widens here using just your muscles. And that's as far as we're going, so don't jump ahead on me here, right? We got plenty of time, like I said. It's not about getting anywhere over and over. Yoga just asks us to be where we are. And if we believe in this practice and we believe that it's applicable to how we want to live our lives, it's up to us to start showing up for these moments where we're tempted to jump ahead, tempted to fall for old stories, tempted to make excuses about, man, I've been standing on one foot for a long time. You've got this, right? Listen, worst case scenario, right leg comes down or not, right? Whatever you need, choose that here. Inhale, standing knee raise. Let's draw the right knee back to center, lift the arms up, and exhale, airplane pose. So heart stays open, right leg extends. We allow our inhale to hold us where we are. And as we exhale, big step back, crescent lunge. So hands to the sky on that breath in, perfect. And then hands can go to heart center or hips, right? If you want to feel out the hips a little bit, I always find that my right hip in the side tries to pop back. So just roll the right hip forward, zip the inner thighs, and then I settle the hips forward, arms high, take a full breath in. Left arm back, right arm forward as you breathe out here. Now inhale, take the right arm high, left hand down that back thigh. Exhale is right hand to the mat. Simple twist, left arm high. We breathe in through the nose. And side plank pose is our breath out. Now stay where you are. I'm going to move. We're here for 5. Trust your body for 4. Choose your variation for 3. Are you breathing? Please. 2. One more big breath in. Exhale, chaturanga or down dog. Your practice, you choose. What do you need right now? Just right now. This exact moment. In fact, what are you learning right now as you work your way, as you make that choice, right? How does it feel? What is serving you? Breathe in through the nose and breathe out through the nose. Forget about what's coming. Forget about what's happened, what is right here in front of you. And maybe it's not so easy to just focus on the breath, so we choose a point on our mat or the floor or the wall behind us to focus on, right? We choose a sensation, our fingers on the ground. Might choose scent or even taste in this moment. Take a big breath in through the nose and a full breath out through the nose. Now inhale, right heel high to the sky. Trust your body. Exhale, bend your right knee and peel the right knee open as you breathe in. It's right knee to right elbow as you breathe out. Now listen, right heel back, 3-legged plank as you inhale, strong. Exhale, chaturanga, lower just halfway, 3-legged dog, big breath in. Exhale, right knee to the left elbow, cross it up and squeeze. Now hold here, spiral left heel down. Left arm high as you breathe in. Right, pop the hips up, 2 options. And you can lower the right knee down if you want. Amazing, lifting the hips still. Or option to extend the right heel out in front of you. A full inhale through the nose. Exhale, left hand down. And as you breathe in, 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, low lunge, step through. Cow lunge, your inhale, lift the chest. Cat lunge, your exhale, round the spine. Breathe in, soft forehead, soft jaw, cow lunge. And breathe out all the way to that skandasana. We pause for a moment, hands to heart, or maybe they fly wide. We allow ourselves to lift a little as we widen that right knee. Feel the strength, the stability, feel the work that's going into this moment. Inhale, 5-pointed star, body gets big. Yes, exhale, warrior 2 towards the right knee. And we breathe in here. Widening the right thigh just a little more on that breath out. Gazing over the right hand, we inhale. And then left hip sinks towards right heel, we breathe out. Inhale, reverse your warrior, tip it up and back. Exhale, extended side angle, let it feel good. Breathe in, reverse your warrior. Nice job. Exhale, hands tap to frame your right foot. Standing splits, left foot lifts off the mat, and don't overthink it. Right? It doesn't have to be the same as the first side. In fact, it probably won't. just anatomically speaking, it's probably not going to be identical. So as soon as we can stop holding ourselves to these standards, these expectations, these ideas, we've got a lot of room to show up a little bit more clearly where we already are. And it's easy with our words, right? Easy for me to sit here and say that. But when we find ourselves wobbling, we catch ourselves impatient, we catch ourselves living in what ifs or should haves, that's the invitation. What can you offer yourself here without any attachment to what's coming next or what has already happened? Take a big breath in through the nose. Exhale, Shiva squat, knee behind knee. Nice. Now pause here, breathe. Stick with me, breathe out, inhale, standing splits, lift that left heel up, and exhale, Shiva squat, get low. This time, we shift the weight into the right heel, draw hands to heart center, and slowly roll our way to standing. Can you move the work into that right heel? Hands extend to the sky as we breathe in. Right, again, this is nice and simple. We're not going here. I'm going to turn to face you. But all we're going to do here is widen our left knee. Right, without having to push into anything, without trying to get into any fancy pose or perfect position, we just do our best to incorporate everything we've learned, right? So we draw up and out of the right ankle, right? Knit the low ribs, even scoop the tail here. And then knowing that we're focusing on going all in the present moment, what's going on with our arms, right? Are your arms like mine right now? Maybe we try to straighten them a little bit more. Maybe we try to extend that left knee a little bit wider. Take a big breath in through the nose and a full breath out. So nice. Back to standing knee raise. We inhale, lift it up. Exhale, airplane pose, stretch it out. Nice. A full breath in. You're open through the chest all the way to the fingertips. And a full breath out. Give me one more inhale. Where can we find that expansion? Exhale, step it back. Crescent lunge. Arms sweep forward and up. We breathe in through the nose. And again, wrapping that back hip forward. Zipping the inner thighs, maybe a little bend in that back knee, yeah. And then arms high as you breathe in. Exhale, right arm back, left arm forward, breath out, so nice. Inhale, left arm to the sky, side body stretch, maybe even the hip flexor, ooh. Exhale is left hand to the mat. We'll take that right arm high, simple twist, breathe in and side plank pose as your breath out, step it back, stack it up and hold here for 5. I will move, but you're still good there for 4. I know you are strong for 3. Find the stability of your breath. 2. One more inhale. Exhale, chaturanga or down dog, whatever your body needs. And we find that up dog, that cobra, that locust, only if it serves you. Let the chest expand. Don't doubt yourself. Feel that intuition, that instinct. Step in and show up for you. And that's all you, right? That's all your work that you're putting in. Breathe in through the nose right here. And breathe out through the nose. Beautiful. Let's inhale, lift high on the toes. And as you exhale, bend your knees, look at your hands. Bottom of that exhale, feet meet hands, top of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Let's all slide the arms on the breath in. Weight in the heels as you breathe out. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Nice. And we're going to sit a little lower here, right? And for today's purposes, we'll keep the feet a little wider. Nowhere really to get to. Drop the hands to heart center. Do your best to keep your knees straight forward. Do your best to keep that core serving and supporting your spine. And then we'll twist to the right side here, moving just the shoulders. Now, no reason to go all the way and throw our bodies out of alignment. Left elbow into the inside of that left thigh. Right, so then we've got something to press into. Then we can press into that thigh with our hands and settle the hips a little lower. You feel the heart open as we strengthen the core. Back to center, palms stay at heart. You've got it. We're going to side 2 right away. Right elbow inside that left thigh, right? Press thigh into elbow, elbow into thigh. And then what's going on with the forehead? Per the usual, what's going on with the jaw? Can we roll the left shoulder back? But can we also roll the right shoulder back? Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Inhale, chair pose. You got it. This is it. Exhale, lean and fly. So strong. Heart opens. Mountain pose. Root to rise. Elbows wide. Sigh out the breath. Inhale, hands high. Exhale, forward fold, bow it all the way down. Halfway lift is your breath in. Listen up. Hands plant, right foot only steps back. Cow lunge, inhale, lift the chest. Cat lunge, exhale, round that spine. Breathe in for your cow lunge, lift the heart. Breathe out all the way to your skandasana. Inhale, 5-pointed star, body gets big, takes up space. And exhale, goddess pose, elbows wide, heels in. We're not here forever. So while we're here, commit, right? It's all temporary anyway, right? So if we've got this limited time that we want to take advantage of it. Relax your toes, but let everything else work. Press your feet down and away. Feel the glutes draw in and back. Knit the low ribs, and then elbows up to shoulder height, just like when we were lying on our backs. Can we press into the backs of the arms and feel the heart expand? Big breath in. Is it possible to sit a little lower on the breath? Always possible. Incredible. 5-pointed star. Breathe in. Feel your body get big. Exhale, warrior 2. Left knee bends. Right away, inhale, reverse that warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Breathe in, reverse your warrior. Knee stays over ankle. Trust that strength. And exhale is half moon. Anchor through the left heel as you cartwheel the body forward. Right, so what we're looking for here is the heart to open. So shoulders are stacking, but don't worry too much about the hips. We can't change the shape of our bones, and oftentimes in half moon, we think we need to crank that right hip way open. Don't sweat it. Instead, focus on your gaze. Focus on where your thoughts are. Focus on yourself. Focus on what you are practicing and actively getting better at right now. Take a breath in through the nose. Exhale is that Shiva squat, knee behind knee, like you love it. Standing knee raise, right knee comes up. We lift everything up together and turning to face you. Perfect. And now arms stay high, widen your right knee. Tree pose without grabbing the foot. I know it's so tempting, right? But bringing your right foot up to your right inner thigh is not going to help you accomplish anything necessarily. Right? Kickstand serves the same purpose. But can you press the foot into the leg wherever you find contact? Press the leg back into the foot. And then all of a sudden, glutes are working, right? Core is working. Hands extend to the sky. Take a big breath in. Let go of trying to achieve. And instead, step into action where you are. Breathe in for your standing knee raise. And then breathe out for that airplane pose. Listen up. Big breath in. Exhale, Shiva squat. This time, warrior 3, arms forward, right heel back as you inhale. Feel the stability, even in wobbling as you exhale. Give me one more breath in, long arms, long legs. Exhale, step back, crescent lunge, arms to the sky as we breathe in through the nose. Exhale, warrior 2. Yeah. Inhale, reverse that warrior. Exhale, triangle pose this time. Kick your hips out behind you, left arm down, right arm high. Nice. And our triangle, it's kind of like our half moon, right? So hips kind of need to do what they need to do. But go ahead and grab your right hand and reach it towards your left rib cage. And then scoop the left rib cage underneath you. Heart opens wide. Big inhale, reverse your triangle. Tip it up and back. And exhale is our extended side angle. Now listen, breathe in, wrap the right arm up and overhead. Exhale, Skandasana, right knee bends back of your mat. We inhale to fly those arms wide. Exhale, low lunge, top of your mat. Left arm high as you breathe in, and it's our side plank pose on the breath out. Step it back, stack it up. And this time we're here for 10. We're here for 9. For 8, 7, 6, 5, is that better? I don't know. We're here for 4, breathing, right? Don't fixate on what's coming next. Fixate on where you are. What are you learning here? Where can you soften? Where can you push? Take a full inhale. Exhale, chaturanga or down dog, always up to you. You are good. Care for yourself. You've got this. Practice here. I mean, we'll meet in downward dog or child's pose or honestly anything you want, but practice showing up for yourself here because here it's easy. Here it's pretty easy, right? We're choosing this. We decided to do this. No one's forcing this discomfort on us. We have chosen ourselves to show up and to step into being a little bit uncomfortable, to push ourselves even when we're challenged, to step into that fire in an effort to grow, to expand, to cultivate the internal relationship we have with ourselves so that we can step into the world and practice serving out there. Take an inhale through the nose. What is holding you back right now? Open your mouth. Let go of all of it. Inhale high on your toes, please. Exhale, bend your knees. Look at your hands. Step, hop, or float it. Feet meet hands forward, full top of your mat. And it's that airplane arm halfway lift as you breathe in. Feel the collarbone smile. Breathe out, weight in the heels. I mean, it's just yoga after all. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Hands reach high, nice job. And now let's go to toe heel the feet a little closer. You can just try it, right? This is not always my preferred way. But we'll drop the hands to heart center. For right now, it's helpful. We're gonna twist to the right side. And maybe that right elbow finds the outer left thigh, right? Maybe not. Maybe it's not quite there and you bring the feet a little wider. The only reason we bring our feet together is it's less of a distance to scoop all the way over. If you make the contact, great. If not, great. But focus on the rotating of the chest, the opening of the heart. Breathe in. Side 2, breathe out. You've got it. Feel that strength. Breathe out, right? From the ground up, press through the heels, widen the thighs, even if they're also squeezing together. Sits bones separate, strong in the glutes. We inhale. You're so good here. Exhale, breathe in chair pose, arms to the sky. This should feel good. Exhale, lean and fly. Mountain pose, arms sweep all the way up. Elbows wide, sigh out the breath. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. We release it down. Halfway lift is our breath in. And then exhale, we step the left foot back. Breathe in for our cow lunge here. Dip the hips and lift the chest. Breathe out, cat lunge, round that spine, pull it in. Inhale, cow lunge, dip the hips. Exhale, skandasana, back of the mat. And right away, our 5-pointed star, we get big. We open the body. Warrior 2, right knee bends here. Final push, stick with yourself. Breathe in, reverse your warrior. Yes. Exhale, extended side angle. Trust that right thigh. Breathe in through the nose. And then breathe out here. Now inhale, reverse your warrior. You've got it. It's half moon. Anchor through the right heel. Right arm down, left arm high. Let it get wobbly. Trust the internal stability even when the physical body wobbles. And again, we're looking to open the heart. So stack the shoulders. But don't worry about the hips. They'll do what they need to. Just drive through that left heel and trust the stability of your body. The stability of your mind. Feel that breath serving both. Inhale through the nose. What you are doing is exactly the right amount. Exhale through the nose. Get out of the what ifs. Give yourself a breath in right here. Exhale, Shiva, squat knee behind knee. Get nice and low. And then inhale for that standing knee raise. Draw the left knee up with you. Again, I'll turn to face you. Keeping the arms high, but going all in on the arms, right? Widen the left knee. And then it's tree pose. Remember, the way you do anything is the way you do everything. So if you've got that contact, we're not just kind of like chilling and hanging out. Go for it. Press foot into leg into foot. Zip up through the low belly, also the glutes, and then the arms have never been longer, right? In fact, on top of that, this moment is the culmination of everything you've ever done in your life because that's how the present moment works. So use those tools. Put them into play. Choose this moment. It's all you've got. Take a breath in here. And a breath out here. Now standing knee raises your inhale. Left knee comes up. Airplane pose. Breath out. Trust your body. Big breath in through the nose. Shiva squat. Breath out. Weight in the right heel. Weight in the right heel. Warrior 3. Inhale. Cultivate that fire. Inhale. And breath out. Inhale through the nose. What lesson is waiting for you here? Exhale. We take a big step back. Crescent lunge. Inhale. Arms to the sky. And exhale, warrior 2, peel it open. Inhale, reverse your warrior. And exhale, triangle pose. Kick your legs out behind you. Right, again, heart is open. Lean into your left shoulder blade. You might take that left hand and reach for the right rib cage. Peel it up. Knit the low ribs. And then arms are nice and wide. Breath in. And breath out right here. Perfect. One more inhale through the nose. And one more exhale. Inhale all the way up, reverse that triangle. Exhale is extended side angle. Nice, one breath in here to lengthen through the left side body. Woo, breath out, skandasana, back of your mat. We take a full inhale, maybe arms fly wide. Exhale, low lunge, top of your mat. Inhale, take your right arm to the sky. Exhale, side plank pose, step it back. Stack it up, right? Support your body however you need. You stay where you are. We're here for 10. Arbitrary counts for 9, right? Follow your breath here, 8. You're good. Add on if you want 7. Know that where you are is the only place you can affect change, right? So for 6, we commit to where we are. It's shaky, fine. For 5, I know we've all been through harder things than a side plank. For 4, so build that resiliency here. For 3, for 2, for 1, inhale, and then exhale is your chaturanga or straight to down dog. You find your up dog or your cobra, whatever works for you. But what you are choosing, you have to trust that it's enough. And if it's not, we start making changes to what we choose. We start cultivating a mindset that develops growth and expansion. Let's breathe in right here, right now. And breathe out. Inhale, lift high on your toes, please. Exhale, release your knees to the mat. Tabletop position. Curl your toes under. Walk your hands towards your knees here. Coming into broken toe pose. Right, hands to the thighs. And we offer ourselves this moment. If it's too much, hands stay forward, right? If you need more, you can scoot your knees towards the front of your mat, but we're not here for long. In fact, let's take 3 rounds of breath. 2 rounds of breath, inhale. And exhale. Nice job. We've got one more big breath in through the nose, the toes curled under. And as you breathe out, crawl yourself forward. And sweep your legs out in front of you. And extend your legs long here towards the front of your mat. Okay. So find your seat underneath you. Same thing, find your grounding. And if it feels good, bend your knees a little bit, right? So if I straighten through my legs, notice my low back pulls and rounds. Bend your knees a little bit so the heart can lift, so we can press into something with our seat. Curl your toes back towards your nose and then reach the arms high. Exhale, forward fold. We reach the thigh or chest towards the thighs, and then arms just land where they land. And if it feels like all you're doing is battling your body here, I'm going to encourage you to make an adjustment. So for me, that means, again, bending my knees and finding more space between my ankles. So you might try that out. Maybe for you means bending your knees a lot and rounding the body here. But find any variation that works for you. And if you're over it, this might be an opportunity to find your nearest wall for legs up the wall, right? Or roll onto your back. Or if you're craving an inversion, maybe this is your moment for that. But pursue what it is that you need, right? Don't wait for someone to give you permission. In fact, this is the exact opportunity, the safest possible place that you can practice listening to that intuition. Because there's no way you can mess it up. No consequences, because there's nothing you can do wrong. So as soon as you can let yourself off the hook, give yourself permission to take what you need, the whole world opens up. Because you're not living according to someone else's idea of you. You are living for yourself. Breathe in. And breathe out. If you're in your fold, go ahead and roll the shoulders up over the hips and extend those arms to the sky. Nice and easy, we'll roll onto our backs, right? It doesn't have to be the slowest thing. It's not a competition, right? But we just feel like the sense of support from our core as we lower down. And then we'll draw the knees into the chest. A little rock from side to side here might feel good. Yeah. We'll pause and center and bring both hands around the right shin. Extend your left heel high and then lower it carefully all the way to the ground. Draw the right knee in here towards the chest. We take a big breath in. Supine twist. Use your left hand to peel the right knee over the body. Scooting the hips maybe a little to the right, and then right arm extends wide. Eyelids can get heavy here, or even close. Focusing on settling in to the present moment. And it's always so silly when things slow down because it seems like it should be easier. It's not exactly how it works. The reality is that oftentimes when we slow down, we're so used to being busy that we try to stay kind of busy inside. There's nothing to get done here. Even in stillness, you are practicing cultivating presence, attention, resilience. Breathe in. Breathe out. And then gently roll back up to center. Bring both knees into the chest. If the rock side to side felt good before, maybe give it a few rounds here. We don't have to overthink this. Bring both hands around your left knee and extend your right leg long. We'll take our second side supine twist. Same story, side two. Hips can scoot off to one side, to the left side. Arms open wide. If it feels good to turn the head, turn the head. If it doesn't, then don't do it. Okay? You have this idea that change is always big, right? We've gone through some big transformation, or the world is going through a big change, but it's not instant. It doesn't happen all at once like that. Change is incremental. And it begins with individuals. And individuals have to begin somewhere. So as individuals right now, what type of change are we looking to create? This moment is our opportunity to do that, to show up. to give what we can here in an effort to continue doing that moving forward? Can you trust that this practice of stillness is enough? Feel your resilience right here. And maybe it's a moment of gratitude as you feel your heart beating or your breath moving internally. You feel the stability of the ground beneath you. Maybe it's the thought, the comforting thought that what you are doing here will not only serve you, but will serve the world. Go ahead and roll back to center. Take a big breath in and a breath out. We rock side to side. Now legs up the wall as your inhale, extend both heels towards the ceiling and just let this feel good. If it's not working, if it's adding more tension and softness, then do anything else. But just this moment of legs up the wall, this really simple inversion that allows our adrenals to be refreshed, flushed out. That allows us to feel grounded, to reset that fight or flight, maybe an effort towards relax and restore. Take a big breath in. A long breath out. And then slowly let the legs lower all the way to the ground for our final resting pose. And if you want that traditional resting pose, Shavasana, corpse pose, legs stay long, arms open up towards your sides, palms facing the ceiling. If you'd like a less traditional resting pose, you are, of course, always invited to do whatever you want. Anything counts. Make the perfect yoga pose, customize it, invent it right now, the perfect pose for right now. Your signature pose in this once in a lifetime moment of your life. Breathe in. Breathe out. And then can we start to take the effort out of the breath? Make it as easeful as possible, letting the bones get heavy, the eyelids stay heavy. Breathe in. Breathe out. Relax. I will bring you up in a couple minutes. Morgan Harper Nichols says, be at peace in the mystery. You can thrive in the mystery. Feel free and safe in mystery. Assured the ground beneath your feet is safe and ever sturdy. Not everything can be put into words. A mystery-ridden life is still filled with light, and it is okay to have days where you are still learning what that looks like. So just because we don't know right here in this moment exactly what we will grow into, what it is we will accomplish, doesn't mean that the work isn't worthwhile. So give yourself this moment, invite yourself back in here, committing to exactly where you are, trusting your breath, your body, trusting your mind will support those two things. And then you are, of course, invited to stay exactly where you are. You are at home after all. And if you'd like to extend this rest, then please do. If you prefer or feel ready or you have somewhere to be, if you're ready to come up to a seated position, then take the next few breaths to do so. Okay? You might move the fingers and the toes, maybe take a nice stretch like you did before at the beginning of class. And if finding a seat feels good, find a seat that feels good, right? Don't sacrifice. Let this practice continue with you. All we can do is our best. But that doesn't apply to retrospect, right? It applies to the present moment. It applies to the simple moments. As they build, they become big. As we practice, we get better at things. So even sitting here is a practice of living. So are we giving our all, or have we jumped ahead? Can we take full advantage of this by simply sitting? Together, let's inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Please feel the power behind that breath. And then inhale, arms reach up overhead. Open mouth, exhale, hands to heart center. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. This is my favorite thing in the world, and I'm so honored to be able to share this with you. I'd like to take a moment as well to thank the people in the culture who created this practice of yoga that we all benefit from. From the bottom of my heart, I bow humbly to each and every one of you. Thank you so much. All right, have a lovely day, everyone. Again, all the donations from today are going to go straight to the Black Resilience Fund. There's a link in my Instagram bio. You can find me on Venmo there. And yeah, have an awesome day. Be safe. If you're going outside, wear masks. Please, please, please. I love all of you so much. Don't let this be the thing that gets you, okay? All right. Bye. Bye.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye. Oh, so sweet. Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, Chrissy.